Hey fans, it's FanRailer. I'm here today to advertise something that I've mentioned in previous commentaries that I've made before, and that is the fact that the New York Transit Museum hosts the OpenBVE program in its computer labs on select Saturdays. And we are coming into the month of November, and as I've said before, the museum will be hosting the program the first 3 Saturdays of November, so namely November 7th, November 14th, and November 21st in its computer lab, which is located in the rear of the museum, from the hours of 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Saturdays, first 3 Saturdays of November. Type of content that you will be able to experiment with while you're at the museum for this program includes a lot of stuff that hasn't been released yet, like the queue to Coney Island, which I will demo for a little bit here. And at the time, the R40 was not released yet, so that's on computers. You can also find the R68, well, not the R68, the R62A. That'll be on the computers at the Transit Museum as well, along with these 6. The creators have been busy making updates to the routes and the trains that are available to be demoed at the Transit Museum. So what I'm showing you here today is a bit outdated at this point. Some new objects have been factored into the queue, but we will look at a few things here for those who haven't seen it yet. So let's charge up the train and proceed forward.
Viewers.
You're a troll. That's my friend. That's my friend Jose in the background. Say hi to YouTube, Jose.
Hey.
Wondering where the Transit Museum is, it's in Brooklyn. You can easily Google the address, but if you really need to know right now, it's on the corner of Borum Place and Skimmerhorn Street. So it's the closest stations that get you to the Transit Museum are J Street Metrotech on the A, C, and F lines, Borough Hall on the 4, the 2 and 3, and I believe if you really want to, the R, you can get off at Court on the R and walk from there as well. Those are the 3 closest stops. You could also do the, I think, Bergen Street on the F and the G, but I don't recommend doing that unless you're coming from that direction.
42nd Street. Transfers available to the 1, 2, 3, 7, A, C, E, N, and R trains, and shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to the Port Authority bus terminal. This is a Brooklyn-bound Q Express train. The next stop is 34th Street, Herald Square.
Just ignore the fact that there are
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
NTT announcements on this. You should know by now that the routes work. The announcements are coded by the route files, not the train itself. So let's see. if you are interested in coming to the events, the next 3 Saturdays, again 2 to 4 in the afternoon, there is an admission fee that you need to pay. I want to say it's $7 for adults and $5 for kids. I think that the kid range is up to 17 or something like that. So it's a nominal fee, and I would say it's completely worth it. You're not just there to operate the trains on the computers, but well, you can also walk through their exhibits, look at their collection that they have downstairs. There's a lot of things you can do while you're at the Transit Museum that's not limited to sitting at the computer operating the train.
And R trains. Transfer is available to the M34 Select Bus Service. Connection is available.
And that's
to
what I get
the
for
fast
talking.
trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound Q Express train. The next stop is 14th Street, Union Square.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And also, just keep in mind that the all the proceeds go towards funding museum operations like fan trips and other things that you guys enjoy doing with museum equipment. So when you look at it, $7 isn't that much. So I really encourage you guys to come out and support the museum, their efforts. Remember, they don't receive funding from the operations budget at New York City Transit. All their funding comes from museum revenues, nostalgia trip revenues, and donations. And the people who work on the equipment, I want to say mostly they're volunteers that give up their time to restore the equipment and keep it in an operable condition. So yeah, do come out and support the museum if you get the chance. I'm gonna run this to 14th Street and then I'll run this down to what do I want? Do I want to go over the bridge? Alright, yeah, I'll go over the bridge and then after the bridge I will cut and I will come back at Sheep's Head. And then from Sheep's Head we'll bring her into Coney Island just to end the preview. There's a few things I want to mention at 14th Street that are pretty cool, so keep an eye out.
This is 14th Street, Union Square. Transfer is available to the 4, 5, 6, L, N, and R trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound Q Express train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So, if you haven't seen it yet, the level of detail here is very accurate. You can see that the textures are very real to life. Makes you feel like you're actually inside the station. An interesting thing that they managed to incorporate here is if you look down the stairwell, you see that you can see down to the L train platform at 14th Street. Obviously, that's just a texture there. It's not actually rendered past that texture, but it's pretty cool from an operating standpoint. Another thing I want to note are the trip cocks. Trip cocks are, at least on the operating side, again, very real to life. Textures are very detailed and they are animated, so we will, although I do believe there has to be a few timing things worked out on the trip cock animation, so let's look at that real quick. Yeah, so the trip clocks do come up, but they're in real life. Obviously, they don't come up until the last car of the train has passed over the signal box. But you know, it's good progress. They're working on it. Let's fast forward through this. For those of you wondering, the shortcut on the keyboard is Control J. Once to toggle on, and once to toggle off. I want to say Command J if you're on a Mac. Not that you would care, you don't even have the game.
Transfer is available to the 6, J, N, R, and Z train. This is a Brooklyn-bound Q Express train. The next stop is DeKalb Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So here we are on the Manhattan Bridge. This is not the most recent version of the Manhattan Bridge. Once again, the textures have been updated, so it looks even more realistic than this now. Like I said before, the developers have been working very hard on the Q route specifically, so the quality upon release should be very high. So it's definitely worth the wait. I know they've been saying that it'll be out soon, but you know, sometimes quality work takes a while. So sometimes you gotta be patient. Just remember, we have a 25-mile-an-hour grade timer in the downhill section. That changes to 20 before the tunnel portal. So I'm just gonna fast forward through this. End of this run right here, you are supposed to stop at the home ball and wait for the home ball to change before you proceed forward, so we'll do that. We have the lineup.
Avenue. Transfer is available to the V and R trains. This is a Coney Island bound Q Express train. The next stop is
Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Alright, so we're going to cut here and move forward down the line so I'm not wasting time going down the Brighton.
This is Kings Highway. Transfer is available to the V train. This is a Coney Island-bound Q Express train. The next stop is Sheepshead Bay.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So as you can see there, we have the bridge structure over Kings Highway, which isn't present in the currently released versions of the Q route. We're going to be proceeding forward from here down through Sheepshead Bay, Brighton Beach, and onward to Coney Island. I'll fast forward through this again. I don't want to waste too much time getting to the end of the route, since Coney Island is the big reveal. Like I said before, the hours of the OpenBVE program at the museum are from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays, the first 3 Saturdays of November, November 7th, 14th, and 21st. So please make it out if you can.
This is Sheepshead Bay. Transfer is available to the B train. This is a Coney Island-bound Q Express train. The next stop is Brighton Beach.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Brighton Beach. This is a Coney Island-bound Q Express train. The next stop is Ocean Parkway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Ocean Parkway. This is a Coney Island bound Q Express train. The next stop is
West 8th Street, New York Aquarium.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So from this point forward, we're on to uncharted territory. It's not been released yet. Just pay close attention to the detail that's been put into this section. Ignore the fact that the switch point is set that way. Technically, we are supposed to be on the local track anyway, so...
available to the F train. This is a Coney Island-bound Q Express train. The next and last stop is Coney Island-Stillwell Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Island-Stillwell Avenue. Transfer is available to the D, F, and N trains.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train. Thank you for riding with MTA New York City Transit.
Alright, that's it. As you can see, like I said before, detail is very high. So, once again, I will reiterate the next 3 Saturdays in November, November 7th, November 14th, and November 21st.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Transit Museum will be hosting this program along with this route and this train, among many other things that you'll be able to play around with that haven't been released yet on their computers in the computer lab 2 to 4 in the afternoons for a nominal admission fee of $7 if you're an adult, $5 if you are under the age of 17. Remember that if you are under the age of 17, you must be accompanied by an adult. You cannot be alone. Museum policy, just for safety reasons. There is live equipment downstairs on the platform level, so do come and do support the museum and check out what we have to offer in terms of new content for this program. Thanks for watching, and it's all for now. Until next time, see ya!